Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing a review of these Tuf Wear Sabre Pro Fight Gloves. So stay tuned. Okay guys, today we're going to be doing a close-up weigh-in and review on these Tuf Wear Sabre Pro Fight Gloves. I got mine in 10 ounces, red and metallic gold. And you can see these are a beautiful looking glove with the red and gold color scheme. You have that Tuf Wear logo that's printed right there on the knuckle surface of the glove, which I'll kind of go into with the durability with this a little bit later on. But you can see double stitching throughout. The metallic gold is actually really nice, has a really nice shine to it. Double stitching on the palm, as well as a pretty nice size grip bar that has some medium firmness to it. Ventilated holes on the finger compartment as well as on the thumb. Leather attached thumb right there, red laces, red piping. All the way down, you do have a satin liner on the inside that's a white color. Typically it's kind of a unique, you typically don't see white liners inside gloves. It's usually like a black or like a navy blue, but kind of a cool little feature they have with the white liner. 10 ounces, you can get it at 8 ounces as well as 10 ounce XL for longer fingers or larger hands. And then you have the plastic Tuf Wear patch right here on the back that's stitched in, and you can see that as well. And again, just a Tuf Wear logo. So really cool looking gloves, man. Tuf Wear is a brand that's been around for a long time. They're now currently based out of the UK, and you really don't see their products too much anymore. They've been kind of quiet in terms of the boxing world when it comes to gear. You primarily see it overseas, not too much here in the States as far as their training gloves, yet alone their pro fight gloves. So it's kind of cool to give these gloves a try to see how they perform. But there you have it. Really nice looking glove. Craftsmanship is pretty solid. And give you guys the back of the right side, kind of the knuckle area there, and to show you guys kind of a close-up of the actual foam. They use a multi-layer foam on this. So definitely a little bit more protective than your standard Mexican horsehair style fight glove. So let's go ahead and put these on the scale, see how much these weigh. Hopefully they're going to be true to weight, seeing that these are fight gloves. And we'll do the review right after. So that's 9.7 for the right glove. And the left glove is going to be right at 9.6. So they're pretty much on point with weight, about 0.3 ounces underweight, but nonetheless pretty accurate. So let's go ahead and do the review. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of these Tuf Wear Sabre Pro Fight Gloves. Got mine in the red and gold color scheme, 10 ounces. You can also get it 8 ounces or 10 ounce XL. It is a pro contest fight glove, so it doesn't come in Velcro closure. It's a lace-up only glove. You can get it in this red and gold that you see here. You can also get it in black and gold, white and gold, as well as a black and silver, I believe. And the reason I got these gloves is mainly because out of curiosity. I mean, I've seen Tuf Wear for a really long time. If you guys have watched the Rocky movies, you've seen Tuf Wear gloves in the Rocky movies, but they've been pretty quiet for the long time. I mean, for years now. I think the last time I actually saw a Tuf Wear product or their gloves on a website here in the States was, I think it was either Ringside or Tidal that carried Tuf Wear brand, but they don't anymore. So Tuf Wear is now based out of the UK. And they do have an entire collection of equipment, gloves, groin protector, headgear, all that. But again, they're just not as popular. You don't really see it advertised as much here in the States. So again, it was more or less just the curiosity of seeing how these gloves were. So here I am reviewing them, and you can see it's actually a really cool looking glove with the red and gold color scheme. It's really compact. It is a pro fight glove, so there's just more of an emphasis. Not so much on the I wouldn't say the durability of the quality of the glove, but just the length that you could be using the gloves for standard training, like hitting the bag, doing mitts with it, etc. So you can see here it's compact, has a short profile to it, a really kind of wide and flat cuff. You have Tuf Wear printed right here on the back of the glove. Split thumb with the gold and the red. And you're rotating around, you can see that it does have a leather attached thumb. Everything on this glove is genuine leather. And the glove itself is actually manufactured, I believe, in India. So I think there's a label on the right side glove, but I believe these gloves are manufactured in India. You do have a medium-sized grip bar that has about a medium density right there. You have ventilated holes right there on the fingertips, ventilated holes on the thumb, red piping, red laces, double stitching throughout. Coming down to the cuff, you have about 1/8 of an inch of nice firm padding on the inside of the wrist. On the back of the wrist, you do have, I'd say, about maybe 1/4 of an inch of padding right there on the back of the wrist, as well as a white satin liner that's really nice and comfortable. You have the weight tag in here. It says 10 ounces, regular fit. So I'm assuming if you get the 10-ounce large fit, it'll say large fit or XL fit. And then the red piping around the cuff. On the back of the glove, you do have the hinge point right here. You can see that it kind of has a little bit of protrusion. That's just the added padding that they put on there to give you a little bit more protection when you lace your gloves up. You do have a plastic Tuf Wear patch that's actually sitting inside there, so it's recessed into the cuff, which is really nice, so you don't have any edges because the stitching covers the edges, so this kind of sits inside, recessed into the cuff itself. So I definitely like that that feature. And then it says 10 ounces right there. Now, quality wise of these gloves, they're actually pretty nice. I mean, I really couldn't find, I've been using this for several weeks now, and I couldn't really find any flaws really with the stitching. The stitching looks all pretty good. One area of concern was the fact that they have this Tuf Wear kind of eagle logo right here, right on the striking surface. So you can starting to see that it's starting to peel a little bit right here from me using this, and I'm guessing this is eventually going to just peel completely off. So that's kind of an interesting place for them to actually put a logo, especially for being a fight glove and just landing on somebody's face. I mean, it's not sharp, but it is a little bit abrasive. So that's definitely kind of weird that they would put it literally right here on this punching surface. Granted, your knuckles are right here, but you're still going to be able to kind of, this will definitely land on someone's face. So the fact that they have that right there is kind of a weird spot for that. I would have thought maybe that they would have taken that logo, maybe made it smaller and put it on the wrist right here on this side, maybe even on the thumb, but right on that knuckle area is kind of a weird spot. But full leather construction, you can see the leather is actually really nice thick feel to it. Has a little bit more of a flat look to the leather. It's not super shiny. The only thing that's really shiny is going to be the metallic, and the metallic actually looks really good as well. Feels good, nice and thick. Stitching, you can see, is all double stitching throughout. The layered foam on the inside is bonded nicely to the fingertip compartment. Piping looks really clean. Laces are good, nice and long. No issues with the actual stitching coming apart on the seams. All along the thumb looks pretty solid, nice and reinforced. Stitching right here on the thumb where it splits the gold and the red looks pretty good. Where the index finger meets the thumb looks good. The attached thumb looks good as well. On the outside edge right here, you can see that it doesn't look too bad either. I mean, the stitching looks really good. They rolled the leather in really nicely. On the back of the glove where the hinge point meets, stitching is nicely tucked in there. Patch is good, symmetrical. Cuff looks really clean. No issues with stitching there as well. And then the inside looks really good as well. No issues with the liner ripping or having any issues there. So quality wise, it's actually pretty nice. I mean, all things considered, it looks really good. I couldn't really find any flaws with that. Now the comfort of the gloves, putting your hands in here, very comfortable. One thing I did notice is that the thumb is a little bit short. And when you make a fist with this, you can actually see the thumb attachment pulls a little bit too much down on the tip of the thumb. So what that's causing this to do is kind of your finger, you can actually see my finger right there. It's jamming at the top. And it started to break in for me when I use these for training, but it's still something that I noticed. So if you have larger thumbs, that might be an issue for you. But very nice broken in feel to it. You can see I can open and close my hands with relative ease. Not quite as broken in as some of the Mexican style puncher's gloves like the Everlast MX or even like the Russian Boxer or the Rival Guerreros. Those are definitely more broken in these, but these are not stiff by any means. Nice thumb room in there. You don't have the piping right here that pinches down on your thumb, so I do like that they give you a little bit more room there. Grip bar is in a good position right there. Finger compartment is nice and deep, so you can make a good fist with that. The foam on the inside, they use a multi-layer foam. Really kind of encapsulates your hand really nicely, so you get a nice comfortable feel. You don't feel like there's any dead spots or empty spots between your knuckles and the foam on the inside of the glove. One area that I was concerned with was how wide this cuff is. So you can see, even when I had everything kind of laced down, there's sort of a gap in between, or should I say there's a gap on each side of my wrist. So you have to have some really big wrists. Otherwise you'll notice that this, even when I tighten this up all the way, there's a little bit of a gap in room in there. So to me, even with hand wraps on, I wish that this was kind of rolled in more to give it a little bit more of a snug fit. So you can actually see if I kind of like pull on it, it makes it a lot snugger, and that is a little bit more form fitting, especially for the wrist support. So You know, I feel like if they tapered this down a little bit more, or kind of corrected the amount of padding they use on the back right here, so it wouldn't flare out so much right here on the wrist area with that flat cuff. So that's just an area that I feel that they can correct and make a little bit better. But outside of that, gloves are really comfortable, and I had no issues with that other than just the width of the bottom of this cuff right here. Protection and performance, these are definitely more of a protective pro flight glove. Now they use a multi-layer foam padding. You can see the balance on here is really good. It's not a top heavy glove by any means, but and it feels like they use an EVA foam, and you can actually kind of see how dense that is. So this definitely lends to be a more protective glove. It's definitely not a puncher's Mexican style glove. The multi-layer foam is very protective. And one thing I do like about these gloves a lot, especially like if you're using these for heavy bag work, you can see it makes a nice popping sound, a nice good crack out of these, especially on the bags or the mitts. And it's very protective. So the shock absorption is definitely up there. If you're comparing this to some of the other fight gloves I've done a review on, these are definitely up there when it comes to like shock absorption. So if you're looking for speed work, you want to work on using some lighter gloves, some 10-ounce, 8-ounce fight gloves, but you don't want to sacrifice your protection, especially for your knuckles or you have like sore hands and you just want something that is a little bit more protective, that doesn't use like a horsehair blend. These definitely would fit that profile because of that multi-layer foam. It's essentially a smaller training glove. This, to me, that's what this really is a smaller, like a 10-ounce training glove, essentially. So a lot of training gloves use that multi-layer foam with like an EVA piece that's laminated to the leather to give you more protection, like those Rival Guerrero HDEF gloves. And that's very similar to this, but I feel like this is a little bit denser, so it gives you a little bit better shock absorption with these gloves. Now, cost-wise, these gloves are 99 British pounds. This actual color right here in the red and gold was 70 British pounds, I believe. This one was on sale. Maybe they're going to discontinue this particular color, but all three colors except for this one were 99 British pounds, which when you convert that to US dollars is about 130 US dollars. If you were to get this one that's on sale, it's about like 96 US dollars. So not a bad price. You know, everything considered, full leather construction, the quality is pretty nice on this. If you're wanting a more protective style fight glove that's rare, not a lot of people have, then this is definitely a good choice. The only thing I didn't like is just a little bit of jamming on the thumb, as well as how wide the flat cuff is at the bottom. And you can actually just see how wide that is. So those are just the two issues for me with this glove. But other than that, quality is good, great performance, really comfortable, except for the thumb. And that's pretty much it with these gloves. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll put the link in the description box where you can find these Tuf Wear gloves. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.